Alright, it's cool life. What's up, everybody? So, back again. Back again. So, two things I gotta do this morning before market open. One, review what I was talking about in my market recap yesterday, what I was expecting price to do last night, and as well as where I expect price to go today. So, on my market recap yesterday, I went through this on the hour chart, I believe, 30 minute, right? So, what was I looking at here? I was like, all right, cool. Well, we came in with Sept liquidity. We clearly had this massive expanse up, and price was just kind of in this area before 8 o'clock. So I was like, all right, cool. If we're looking to get in, where are we going to look to get in from? 15 minute, we had this down move, and I remember that this candle was closing, so I was like, all right, cool. We'll hop in here. This will be our first target, and our ultimate target would be this one, which is Monday's high of the Monday, or is that Tuesday's high of the day? This one, Tuesday's high of the day. Yeah. So that's what I was expecting to happen, and as you can see, it was a successful kind of move. Unfortunately, only thing is after the targets hit, I don't look to hop back in again, right? So bias was correct. Wasn't able to hop in anything, but price did come back down, as we can see here, and I would have been safe. All right, and price did come back to my first target again. But in any case, I wouldn't have taken this or retaken it. But the bias was correct on where I expected price to go, so I'm cool with that. Still learning the order block system, as well as learning kind of like Asian overnight, just overall bias or price looking to go kind of deal. So yeah, so learning those. So now then, if I'm looking at this, where am I expecting price to go? I think there are two places price is going. I think we are bullish. One, preface by saying that, but I do think we have areas of liquidity that we can look to take. First being London low. All right, 3 a.m. Boom. Put that on to 12 o'clock. Boom. Put this as London low on here. London low. And that's liquidity for me. That's where I like to get swept or even target at times. So that's one. If we look at this from, let's just kind of go through a whole breakdown since we do have 5 minutes before open. This is looking a little messy. So what happened yesterday, right? So Monday, we get the open, we push straight down. Tuesday, we come push straight down again. We sweep liquidity. We get a nice reaction of the liquidity. We push higher. Yesterday, we closed bullish. Right now, looking at it, we swept previous daily high in here. All right. So what we may want to see is a reaction to that before going higher again, which is what I think we're getting right now. So we're getting that reaction. Now, this is a reaction here. We've just left a whole bunch of equal highs in this area to be targeted at some point. So what I'm expecting right now, I'm not say expecting, what it looks like is the thing that we're doing is we're going to go lower, take out this at a minimum, this London low as a minimum, but we may even come down and take out the Asian low as well, just 8 p.m. And then from there, look to go higher. Now, I like to use this as a confluence, which is my little 50% tool, like so, and you can see right below the Asian low is the liquidity, not liquidity, but is the area of fair value. So that might be something to look forward to. On the flip side to that, you can see that in here there's nothing mitigated in here at all. Something that I see is actually a breaker, not breaker, a BPR that price may want to come into before going higher. just something to keep an eye on. But definitely I'm looking for this to get taken out a minimum before going higher. Now, something else on the 1 minute. We have this news high right here, which comes from, where does it come from? NFP, I think. Well, not NFP, but what NFP is. That makes sense. So drag that out to 11. Great. Change that to news. Where is that? I don't have it saved. Oh shoot, I guess I have to save that then. Target. Oops, change that to news. And I'm gonna save that. Save as news. Boom. So this is where I'm looking to target for the session, if I'm being completely honest. This is going to be the overall target of the session. If it is that we continue higher, by session I mean 9:30 to 11 o'clock. But if it is we continue higher all the way up to here, cool, fine, no issues with that whatsoever. But as you know, no trades until after 9:35. Then 9:30 do its thing, and then trade accordingly afterwards. So still have a couple more minutes. Before we need to know what's going on. Okay, so let's just kind of wait it out. See what happens here. Just go run to the restroom real quick and be right back. Alright, we're back. So 9:30 did kind of what it wanted to do. I still think we go lower. As I said, into this London low at a minimum. Let me just kind of mark these things out real quick. Yeah, this one's Asia. It's 8 o'clock, right? So let me do Asia. Mark that as Asian low, so I know exactly where we are in the market. Asia. That doesn't look right. Asia. Low. Right. There we go. Oh. Ooh, this is interesting. So we just took intermediate liquidity out of the market, but I think we run off. I think we run to this. No, I think we run there. Let me just check. Is there news? Oh, we saw PMIs. This is not good. It's not good at all. It's also not good. It'd be good if services is up. Services up to like 51. That'd be good, but yeah, ain't looking too hot. Ain't looking too hot, especially when they start revising these numbers. It ain't gonna be looking too hot. So that's the news high gone. So that was my target. So my target for the session is gone. So now it's time to reevaluate. Maybe look extremely bullish right now. Extremely bullish. Probably gonna go up to this high. Is there an opportunity for me to get in? I don't know. I do not know. Right now we're leaving equal highs. So we'll see.
That's great news, Christian. Yes, we want the other course detox.
Ooh, this thing is flying. What is this? Explore global economic data in the new virtual format. How does that work? Macro maps. Oh shoot, that's interesting. What's it? Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Interest rates. That's also kind of cool. GDP. Unemployment rate. 4.2. Government debt to GDP. Interesting. Okay. Well, cool to know. Whoa. Well, there's nothing I can do about this. I mean, everything from yesterday was just swept out of the market. Yeah. Looking back, maybe because, well, not maybe. I mean, we had the equal lows, we had super liquidity here, price pushed off, but there's still no type of entries in this area for me to get in. There's nothing in here, so it is what it is. Right, it's fine. Just keep looking for a trade, but something that makes sense, right? No, this first one I wouldn't take. Again, it's too large to take. That's one. But two, what's my target? It has to be those lows. Alright? It has to be this low at a minimum. But to me, it doesn't really make sense. It's no break even point per se. It's just a little sloppy. But we'll see here. Let me just try this on a 5 and a 15. It's 15. This looks as though this is just a sweep of liquidity for us to go lower. So what it looks like here. Which is pretty interesting.
So any message from mommy?
No, I'm doing something. Not something I'd be interested in taking. Long. Maybe short. Why short? Well, the wicks can do the damage, right? Bodies tell a story, so bodies are respecting these previous wicks. Which may indicate we want to go lower, but it's not very clear right now. It's not clear. It may clear up when 10 o'clock comes around. I do think this was the super liquidity. Let's just kind of erase the chart just a little bit and clean it up a bit, right? So let me delete these. We know what these points are. I'll put them back on the chart in a minute, but we know what those are. But what I think this is actually price sweeping all this buy side out of the market before we potentially roll over, believe it or not. Maybe into these lows. I think we come into these equals. I mean, we have like a lot of trendline liquidity here, so let me just draw that out. All right, so you're seeing that, but I think we actually, I mean, if these go, I personally think, next target is this easy. It looks like that's what's happening right now. What? Not something I'm going to take, but I'm going to watch it for sure. Is this right here? All right, this order block covering the bodies. Did we just tap? Oh, I think we just missed the tap. Wow, I think we just missed the tap, which is kind of crazy. Let me just make sure that this is on there correctly. Yeah, we missed it by a tick. That is wild. Sorry, 2 ticks. Missed it by 2 ticks, which is wild, but the premise is the same, right? So something like this, obviously this would be first target. You would take some form of partials here as well as go break even at this low. But overall, we would be looking at Asian lows. Not overall, but Asian lows would be a good example of where price would be potentially wanting to go. Yeah, so that would have been the top end for sure. Now, some people are like, oh, you buy here. I don't know if I want to buy here. Look at how that candle looks. That doesn't look right. Nah. Yeah, but it's an inverse. Yeah, but the market doesn't tell me to do that. It doesn't make sense to do that. This looks as though we just swept a whole lot of buy side and now we're looking to go short. That's what it looks like to me. So yeah, this would have been the short. We'd be in it. Stop above the order block candle. As I said, first target was here. Second target was wherever I said it was. And who knows? This could be completely wrong. I could be completely wrong here, which is fine. I'm still learning this system or way to trade like this. But I don't think we're ready to buy yet until we take some form of sell side. Let me put it that way. Damn, Giorgio Armani just died at 91. Crazy. All right, cool. So boom, would have been swept out. Fine, whatever. Don't really care. I'm still looking at this close. Whoa, they did close. Okay, so 9:45 did close. Man, this is. Let me see, 5 minute. I don't know, man. This is so. This is ugly. Ugly. And again, to me, well, this looked like 5 minute. To me, again, what this looks like is we just swept a whole lot of buy side. Probably get a reaction to take more sell side before going higher. That's how it looks to me. Could I be wrong? Sure. I'm just saying how price is developing is what it looks like. Okay. So now this is probably more ready to go short than previously off this one. Why? Well, we just came in, we set up some form of liquidity, and now we have this order block in here. Which probably is more. Damn, this thing is flying. I was saying which probably makes more sense to take something more so like this because we do have that liquidity prior. We didn't have. I don't want to word this. We did have liquidity sweep, right, which was this up here. However, we were so deep in the leg that this didn't necessarily make the most sense. So let's just kind of draw it out, right? Look how deep in the leg we are. We don't come up to the 50%. And I'm looking to take a trade. Versus, look at where we are now. You can clearly see we here didn't get top 50%. Here we did. So, yeah. Still prefer inverses, but this just looks like a cluster of we don't know what the hell is going on yet. And we still have news at 10 o'clock. But something like this is what makes a little bit of sense to me. Obviously, first target is here. Second target is, well, I guess second target is technically this one. Well, really and truly, age low. I think that's gone. I think that's out of here. Well, let's see. I could be completely wrong on this again. But I think it makes sense. With news at 10 o'clock, these are not trades. Not trades I would take at all. It's kind of dumb, actually. But I'm trying to work through the reasoning of where price is going. And that's what I'm looking for. Is price going where I think it's going to go? Or not? Let's just see what happens at that time, 10 o'clock. Especially something like PMI, like services, very important to the U.S. U.S. is pretty much based on services. What's his name? Trump is trying to get it so that they're based on, well, be based more on manufacturing, but so that was a good reaction. getting a call from work. So sorry about that. That was work calling. So yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, we're looking pretty decent here. I would say for a 1-to-1, I don't know if we are or not, but I'd go break even if we went to 1-to-1 already. Yeah, I'd go break even here. Shoot, I don't know exactly where this is supposed to go. I'd go break even there. There's no real rhyme or reason to going break even in this particular case. It's just, yeah. Where did we say was our first take profit? I think we said, was it these lows or did we say these lows? Yeah, I don't know. I think we said these lows, these ones. But who really knows? And break even. So that would have been a break even trade. Cool, fine, no problem. But yeah, that's why you don't trade right before news. That makes no sense. But it's cool. Alright, so let's see what this news does, and then we'll go according to that. Just kind of look at the 5 and 15 to see where we're going. Man, that doesn't help at all. At all. Man, that is very ugly PA. It's 5 minute, very ugly PA again. The only thing I can say is like, again, look where we are respecting. but ugly PA. One minute. What I see here, though, is a bunch of built-up liquidity. I don't know. We'll see what news does. Everything's kind of pointing to lower prices right now. But who knows? Alright, and here we go. Alright, let's see what the actually is. 52. Whoa, I was thinking 51, but 52 is good for price. So services is up. Interesting. Look at that. Look at that. Well, services is up, but it ain't up. It's not good. We should be up here, but we aren't. Man, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. Alright, so good for price. So we keep pushing. I still have absolutely no type of entries. It's almost like watching paint dry. Damn, that would have been first take profit. Crazy. Too bad I would have been out break even. So did we take out the London low? We did indeed take out London low. So now there should be some form of reaction, but overall we're still bearish in my eyes. So again, directional bias, our directions were correct, right? Once we understood this was a sweep of there's buy side liquidity in here. We had we were looking to go lower. Is this Asia liquidity now? We're almost at Asia. Jeez. Almost at Asia. Alright. Now, let's go back here real quick. So I said, okay, cool, understanding what we were understanding. I said this would be the first entry. This would have been a stop out. Okay, fine, whatever, cool. Damn, we're really close to Asia. Okay, fine, cool, whatever. First stop out. Now, why was this a stop out? Well, we're taking the trade without taking any form of liquidity. So no. That doesn't make any sense. So, okay, price pushed lower, came up, didn't have it. Now we sweep this liquidity in here, and we create a nice order block to trade off of. Boom. So I said, all right, in theory, we put our limit there. So cover the what's this called? The body. And then we would take it down to break even, which we said was 1-to-1. We said we would do 1-to-1 as break even, so we went break even somewhere in here. And ultimately our overall target was down here at 3.16. So I think it's a good understanding of what the market's doing in terms of where price is moving, where price wants to move to, what's drawing price. Even though we had a break even and a loss, everything about the thought process makes sense and was good. So those are the types of things I'm looking at right now. I'm only entering on inverses. We don't have any inverses right now. I need more time with my order block strategy. Not even strategy, but entry model. To understand exactly where I should be going break even, where I should be putting my stop, what I should be targeting, if I can target longer positions using it, if I should target shorter targets. Yeah. So I think we just came into Asia. Yeah. All right. Asia's now swept. Right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, just things like that is what I'm trying to understand. But now, really and truly looking at it, now this is in hindsight. We've got this, which is a very clear manipulation leg, right? Which suggests price should be going down to all the way down here, which are these equal lows I was talking about prior. Oh, that's funny that, huh? Does that mean we just tank straight down? No, it doesn't. Does that mean that we may come back up and then go back down again? Maybe. So yeah, that's what it's looking like right now. So how I would kind of play this out, if possible, is, let me just chat 15 real quick. Yeah, alright. So if possible, I'd like price to come back up to this point, right here, and give me some form of a entry solution, and then I would look to go short from there, if I'm being honest. So somewhere in this area, if I get something that tells me to go short, I'll go short. Does that mean I target all the way down the bottom? No, it does not. For the month of September, I'm probably not going to take any of the order blocks, but I'll try and mark them out, and obviously speak about them in my reviews and whatnot. Because I do think it's a tool that I can use in the future to be hopping in trades, right? Yeah, so still grinding up. I would like to get some form of inverse in here though. But still grinding up. Well, this would be nice in here. Should be very nice, actually. If we were to, put in a wick here, inverse that. Whew, I'd like that a lot, actually. So 5 minute. Yeah, we're in that 5 minute area right now. Let's just kind of see if we get that. It wouldn't be this candle, it'd be the next candle. Also at that, this is also 50% of this bearish leg, right? We've clearly come into it, so yeah. Don't close it though. Don't close the gap. Damn it. No, it's still there, but it's not one of them clean ones, Well, there goes my gap. So no trade. Whoa. It's almost like that would have been break even if we did what I thought we would do. Wow, it's almost like I know what I'm talking about. Oh well. No trades. But we did what we expected to do. Oh man, it's annoying. So what did we expect to do? We expected price to come back up into this area. Tapped into it, and then we said we expect price to go lower. We would like to get an inverse in here before going lower. We did not set targets. The overall target was this 2 standard deviations all the way down here. So I would probably just point to this low as the target. Right, just make life easy for myself. Yeah, as you can see, price didn't do that. So, whoops. So yeah. What we kind of expected price to do. This would have been a cool little trade in here, though. This one. That would have been a nice trade. Kind of wish we got that inverse. That would have been a nice trade. Oh well. Definitely reading price very well. Very well. I'm enjoying reading price well. This might be an early one that I cut out that I stopped. Um, for really for one reason, I'm a little bored. The reason I'm bored right now, I think, is because I've had three, two ideas, three potential trades. None of them really played out, so I'm a little bored. Um, I think also because mainly because I'm kind of just doing what I've doing in terms of looking at trades, and my bias has been correct on pretty much every one. Do I take this? I don't think so. Everything's pointing, well, I don't think so, man. Everything's pointing short. If everything's pointing short, why am I taking longs? Why am I taking longs if everything's pointing short? That doesn't make sense. H1, what's it telling me? H1's telling me, well, we did come into the area I said we would. Sweep. And then potentially look to go higher, but I didn't expect us to take out this high first. $15's just looking like we just swept those. I mean, this would tell us to go long. Oh man, I don't have very much confidence in it. Whatever. What a horrible entry. This is the break even here, which looks like I'm gonna get stopped out, to be honest. What's this called? Sell stop. Yeah. Horrible entry. And it's literally, I don't even know why I took this. Yeah, I'm not too sure why I took that. Ooh, my stomach's doing crazy things right now. Stomach's like doing bot flips right now, man. Shoot. All of a sudden. Wait, what? How am I only in for one contract? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, man. Shit. Alright, break even. Fucking hell, man. Oh, that's infuriating. I just happened to look over. I was like, yo, this number looks a little low. Whatever. I'll take it to where it needs to take it, where I need to take it to. Well, this is going to be the target now because that should be the 50%, but I'm going to take full volume here. Why? Well, I only have one contract to play with, so. Jeez, that's so annoying. So annoying. Oh my god. So freaking annoying. Whatever. You can't be mad. Profit is profit at the end of the day. Oh man, this is just. What was that, 59? Why is so flippin' annoying? Alright, cool. Well, that's a trade. Good trade overall. Good trade overall. Personally, I would like to have held at least a here with 4 contracts. I would love to take off 2 there. And then the rest here. I don't even know how that frickin' happened. I really don't. Whatever. A win is a win. You can't get mad at it, you know? Man, that. Whatever. Whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna sign off there. For now, I guess. Horrible entry. Stop was like this, somewhere like that. Target was here. We got out pretty much spot on. It's pretty good. So what was that? 2.8? That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Oh, that stomach is doing backflips though. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna sign off of there. So, cool little win for the day. Let me just kind of put this on here. Stop was like that. Stop like that. Smooth little. It was 2.8, I remember. Oh man. Yeah, cool. So let me copy image. Let me just. Yeah, that's gonna be it for the live stream. 1 trade, 1 win. Cool with that. Keep it pushing. Unfortunate how it kind of came about in terms of not being able to really maximize my reward on that particular trade, but you know, it is what it is. Tomorrow's another day, so we'll be back tomorrow to kind of see what price ends up doing. No, I'll be back tonight. I'll drop another video tonight. I'll drop 2 videos tonight. Market recap as well as a trade recap. So, yeah.